Hello, we're coming to you live from Cisco Live EMEA, based in Amsterdam. Fantastic few days with the leadership team from Cisco. Shout out to Jolie Urton and her analyst relations team for the fantastic event that they've put on. Few key takeaways from me, just the breadth and scale of Cisco now. Jeetu Patel was gracious with his time, the Chief Product Officer, and spent some time with us talking about really where the company's looking to innovate across the whole breadth of AI, whether that's silicon with the Silicon One solution that they launched, the 300G, being able to provide that as a foundational layer across a lot of what Cisco's doing, through obviously into the networking space. What really fascinated to see what they're doing and starting to deliver with the combination of Meraki and Catalyst now. But then you move further, you go up the stack. Obviously the box office acquisition of Splunk, almost coming up on 2 years ago now, in August. Fantastic to see what they're delivering there. Spent some time in the leadership talking about Data Fabric and how that's a foundational layer. Really excited to see the company continue to deliver on AI Canvas and what they're doing there. Expecting to see more from them as that rolls out. Genuinely innovating in the UI around how you drive agentic multiplayer ops. So some fascinating things there. I think some big takeaways from me. Jeetu said a sentence that's going to live rent-free in my mind for a few weeks. The breadth now of silicon to the software, what he described as physics to the semantics. That breadth, obviously Cisco, storied name. We've known of them for a long time in that networking space. Off the back of their AI summit that they did last week, really some foundational statements around where the company's going to plan to compete and be more ambitious. Spent some time with Gordon Thompson, the newly minted EMEA president for Cisco. He talked about ambition and that the company's striving to be the best with humility, but trying to raise the ambitions. I spent some time with Guy Friedrich, one of the SVPs. Fascinating comments around skills and skilling at the speed of innovation as the roadmap for AI continues, and these organizations to continue to drop more features, more often, more products, more solutions. Keeping up with skills is going to be foundational. I'm going to try and get some time with Guy after the event to unpack some of his comments, but a lot to take away there. I think for me, it's palpable the transformation that Jeetu's driving across the organization, whether that's paying engineers differently, whether that's focusing on a functional organization, not a hierarchical product organization, whether that's X teams collaborating to bring innovation to market faster. I'm recording this on earnings day for Cisco, so I can't say what they're going to do. They refuse to answer questions, and very wisely. But I think if you look at what we're going to see in their earnings that will come out after this video drops, what you're going to see is the company accelerating. I think Jeetu's, what is he now, almost 2 years into his reign, starting to break down some of those internal silos, power innovation, and drive the company forward in a way we've just not seen from Cisco before. Obviously the Splunk piece, there's some work to do there around Thousand Eyes, AppD integration. Companies making some good moves there. I got time with some of the Splunk leadership during this event, and there's lots of positives there. Want to see more from the company around Thousand Eyes and maybe moving that around the organization to have that land within the Splunk team. But that's probably my only negative on where the company's going. I think there's a lot to like. I think they're well positioned to benefit from the tailwinds of AI. And I think we're going to see that infused across all the platform. We're already seeing that with Data Fabric. We're obviously seeing that with AI Canvas. We're also seeing it written large across the Splunk portfolio. Splunk has got that handle on the Data Fabric piece across the whole of Cisco. Really good model that they've built there, trained on depth and that CCIE level expertise. So foundational things to take away. There's about 5 research notes coming from the HyperFRAME team, so check those out. Like and subscribe, do all the things, share this video with a friend, and we'll see you next time on the HyperFRAME podcast.